What is going on, guys? It is Constable Chan back with another video. Hope you're having a great day so far. Today we are adding on to the Madden 17 rebuild series, as we're going to be doing the Minnesota Vikings. Like I said in previous videos, teams that are already good, like the Vikings and other teams. I know people are saying they're not really rebuilds, and I understand that, but I'm still going to go in and make some trades and do stuff like that. So we're going to do the Vikings today. They were requested, so thanks for the request. Keep them coming. Eventually I'll go through all the teams in the league. So take a look at their top three players at free safety. They have Harrison Smith, 95 overall. Defensive tackle Linville Joseph, 92 overall. And All Day Adrian Peterson, 91 overall running back. Like I said, they're already a good teams, but we're still going to go in and make some moves. So let's jump right into that. So let's go ahead and take a look at their team. At quarterback, Teddy Bridgewater, who unfortunately is going to be out for the entire year. So they traded for Sam Bradford. I think that was a stupid trade for them because not because Bradford's bad, it's just because they gave up a first round pick. So anyway, that's my opinion. At running back, they have Adrian Peterson, and then their backup is McKinnon. Wide receivers, Stephon Diggs, who really came on last year. They also have Treadwell, who they drafted at Ole Miss this year in the first round. Johnson, Wright, Cordell Patterson, Kevin Rudolph at tight end, and Michael Pruitt. I like Pruitt, he's fast. O-line at left tackle, they have Khalil, left guard Boone, center Sullivan, right guard Harris, right tackle Smith. Go to the defense here. They play a 4-3, so they have Brian Robinson, left end, Sheriff Lloyd, defensive tackle, Linville Joseph, and Griffin at right end. So their D-line is very good. Take a look at their linebackers. Anthony Barr, 90 overall, very good player. Eric Kendricks, middle linebacker, 77 overall, he's young too. And then Chad Greenway, the veteran, 77 overall. Free safety, Harrison Smith, 95, very good player. Their safeties, can't say the same for that. Strong safeties. And then we get to their cornerbacks. Xavier Rhodes, 79 overall. They drafted Alexander out of Clemson. He's actually a pretty good rookie. I think they got him in the second round. Newman, the veteran. They also have Mutterlin, the veteran. And Trey Waynes, they got in the first round last year at Michigan State. So he's only a 70 overall. It's kind of disappointing. So they got kind of a combo of old veterans and young corners, kind of at the corner spot. So as for what I'm going to probably trade for, I think my O-line's pretty good. I like to get Bridgewater more options at wide receiver. Probably get one wide out, and I'm fine with Diggs. I think Diggs would be better in the slot, and Treadwell kind of at the number 2 spot, but no, we'll see. On defense, the D-line's obviously very good, so I'll keep it that. But I like to get another outside linebacker because Chad Greenway is getting up there in age, and a strong safety, and a lot of teams need corners as well. So they're kind of hard to come by. We might just try to draft one, but we'll see. So I'm gonna pick it up at my first trade. At my first trade, I traded a 4th round pick and my starting strong safety to Jacksonville for Telvin Smith, outside linebacker, so he'll be playing that spot where Chad Greenway is. For my next trade, I basically just went on my salaries and saw who I was paying a lot. I was paying Fusco a lot for being a backup, also threw in a 3rd rounder, and I got McDonald Jr., strong safety from the Rams, so good deal. For my next trade, I traded my 3rd defensive tackle, my cornerback Mutterlin, and this year's 6th to Pittsburgh for Martavis Bryant and Marcus Wheaton, just to try to get more depth at wide receiver. Next trade, I traded right wide receiver and Robinson, left end, and this year's 3rd round pick to Buffalo for left tackle Glenn, very young player too, so it's a good trade. My final trade with the Vikings, I traded Johnson, wide receiver, next year's 4th, this year's 5th rounder to Buffalo for Darby, cornerback. So now I just got to pick a couple free agents, and then I will show you guys my team, and then we'll simulate to the playoffs. Alright guys, let's run through my roster quick. So at quarterback, we have Teddy Bridgewater, Hill, and Stave. Running back, Peterson, McKinnon, Asada. Fullback is Line. Wide receiver, Bryant, Diggs, Wheaton, Treadwell, Patterson, Thielen. Tight end, Rudolph, Pruitt, Ellison. Left tackle, Glenn, Shepard. Left guard, Boone, Beavers. Center, Sullivan, De La Puente. Right guard, Harris, Wendell. Right tackle, Khalil, Smith. Left end, Hunter, Tratuo. Right end, Griffin, Jordan. Defensive tackle, Joseph, Floyd, Johnson, Austin Jr. Left outside linebacker, Smith, Lemur. Middle linebacker, Kendricks, Cole, and Brothers. Right outside linebacker, Barr and Greenway. Cornerbacks, Darby, Rhodes, Newman, Alexander, McCray, Waynes. Free safety, Smith, Exum Jr. Probably butchering half these guys' names. Strong safety, McDonald Jr. and Griffin. Kicker is Blair Walsh, and punter is Jeff Lochte. Locke? I don't know. There's another one I butchered. So anyway, that's going to be the Vikings roster for year 1. So now we're going to simulate, and we'll see where we make out in year 1. We're here in the playoffs, guys, so let's take a look on how we did on the year. I don't think I made it, so looks like we went 8-8 on the year. Same with the Packers, and the Lions actually won our division. I thought the Packers would do that, but you know, we're in a pretty good division, so I don't think our team is bad, but you know, we were just playing some tough division rivals. So let's take a look at some stats. Teddy Bridgewater, 3,910 yards, 30 touchdowns, 17 picks. He was sacked 43 times, so that's quite a bit amount. Rushing, Adrian Peterson, 1,603 yards, 9 touchdowns. McKinnon also had 8 touchdowns. Receiving, Stephon Diggs, 834 and 5 touchdowns. Marcus Wheaton, 1,259 yards, 7 touchdowns. And Martavis Bryant, 919 and 5 touchdowns. Take a look at defense here. Eric Kendricks led my team with 119 tackles. Tackles for loss was Linval Joseph with 15. Quarterback sacks with also Linval Joseph with 8.5 and Everson Griffin with 8.5. Interceptions was Mackenzie Alexander. I started him at the nickel spot, the third corner position, and he played good. Kicking, Blair Walsh was 85%. Patterson didn't have a kick return or he did have a punt return. So I might actually bring him back for next year because I have to re-sign him. I just want to take a look at, I pressed back too many times. I want to take a look at my offense and defense. We had the 6th offense in the league. And it should be coming up. The 22nd defense. I like looking at this because it kind of tells you what you could work on and stuff. So now we're going to do the offseason, sign some free agents, do the draft, and we'll pick it up in a little bit. Guys, here we are at the draft recap. So let's take a look at what I got. In the first round, I went cornerback. 78 overall. I think he's got quick development. Yep. So that's good. Second round, middle linebacker, 79 overall. He also has quick development. And in the third round, I know this is kind of high for a fullback, but this is the first time I've ever seen a fullback with superstar development. He's listed as a blocking fullback, but it looks like he could really do everything. And then after that, nothing really too special, so I'm not even going to talk about those. So now we'll just jump right into year 2 with the Vikings and probably pick it up at my first trade. Picking up at my first trade in year 2, I was thinking about really getting a good linebacking core, and I'd who better to put in that 4-3 defense than Luke Lucci right in the middle. So Xavier Rhodes, it was hard to give away a corner, but I'm probably going to trade for one next. Threw in a second rounder this year and a third next year, so you could get Clusley for basically nothing. So good deal. Like I said, I wanted to trade for a corner, so I got Amerson from Oakland. I traded Kendricks. I brought in a couple of middle linebackers in the offseason. Also threw in next year's second-round pick. I'm just about ready to start simulating year 2, guys. So let's take a look at my team and changes I made in the offseason. Quarterbacks are Bridgewater, Glennon, and Stave. Running backs, we have Peterson, McKinnon, and Jennings I signed in free agency. Eugene. My unreal rookie fullback, like I said, superstar development. I've honestly never seen that before. Wide receivers, we have Bryant, Diggs, Wheaton, Treadwell, Royal, and Patterson. At tight end, we have Rudolph, Pruitt, and Duarte. I don't even know. Left tackle, Glenn and Beatty. Left guard, we have Boone and Beavers. Center, we have Sullivan and Easton. Right guard, we have Harris and Greco. Right tackle, we have Khalil and Vollmer. Left end, we have Hunter and Dwight Freeney. Right end, we have Griffin and Weatherly. Defensive tackle, we have Joseph, Floyd, Cody, and Johnson. Left outside linebackers, we have Smith and Brown. Mid linebackers, we have Cluchley, Prather, and Brothers. Right outside linebacker, we have Barr and Wiggins. Cornerbacks, we have Darby, Amerson, Strouder, Alexander, Waynes, and Gilmore. Free safety, we have Smith and Exum Jr. Strong safety, we have McDonald Jr. and Williams. Kicker is Walsh, and punter is Ryan Quigley. So that's just a quick look at my team, this Vikings team for year 2. So I'm going to start simulating, and hopefully we make the playoffs here. So we'll pick it up in just a minute. Year 2 regular season has come to an end, and now we're in the playoffs. So let's take a look on how we did with the Vikings. It says skip to divisional, so that means we did a good year. And yeah, we did 12-3-1, very good year. Led our division, upgrade from 8-8 from last year. Take a look at some stats here. Bridgewater, 3,817 yards, 29 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, sacked 27 times. That number went down from last year. Rushing, Adrian Peterson, 1,587 yards, 15 touchdowns. And then Jerick McKinnon had 681 and 14 touchdowns as well. Receiving, Martavis Bryant, 1,031 yards, 6 touchdowns. Stephon Diggs, 582 and 6 touchdowns. Marcus Wheaton, 897 and 9 touchdowns. And Kyle Rudolph, 504, 4 touchdowns. Take a look at defense here. I'm guessing, Clucci led in tackles with 113. Tackles for loss was Linville Joseph with 21. Quarterback sacks, Everson Griffin, great year, 18 quarterback sacks, and interceptions was 5 with Cluchley. He's a straight monster. I got to take a look at this. Joseph was tied for second on my team with 80 tackles as a defensive tackle. That's unreal. Blair Wall, 73% kicking. See if there's any kick returns here. Probably not. No. So I'm going to do some player progression. Do that quickly, and then I will just sim ahead, and we'll see who we play next week. We're in the divisional round. We play the 11-5 Green Bay Packers. Very important game to win here. Division rival. So let's see how my Vikings do. And we won. Usually we can never get past the divisional. If you guys want to see who went up in overall, a couple guys have that confidence boost, which is huge. I think a couple guys on defense too. Barr's got one. Griffin's got one. Amerson got one. So their overalls go up, which is important. So let's continue on. We play the Saints, and let's see if we beat them here. And we did. So we play the Patriots. Pretty pumped. So we play the 10-6 New England Patriots in the Super Bowl. If I win this is going to be my second Super Bowl win. I think I won one with the Bengals, I think. So let's just jump right into this here. See if we beat the Pats. Tom Brady's probably retired after the first year, so hopefully they got some crappy guy. I like Garoppolo, though. I think he's going to do good the first couple games this season, but hopefully not this game if he's starting. So it's taking a sweet-ass time here. I'm kind of nervous. So we'll pick it up once it's done doing this. I'm taking a look at my schedule, guys. Looks like we won the Super Bowl in pretty convincing fashion. We won 30-0, so we shut out the Patriots. Very, very happy with my defense and what they did. Bridgewater, he still threw an interception, but looks like, he had low yardage. You run the ball, you play defense. That's classic football. So that's kind of what we did here. So defense, see if, Cluchley, obviously on my team. The guy's a monster. Barr had a sack. Griffin had a sack. Weatherly had a sack. Cluchley had a pick. And my rookie corner had a pick. So very good year with the Vikings. Vikings are probably like my second favorite team just because I live closest to them, and you know, a lot of people where I live like the Vikings. Anyway guys, that's gonna do it for this video. Thanks again for the request to do the Vikings. Keep the requests coming. Like I said, I'll eventually go through all the teams in the league. So that's gonna do it for this video. Thanks for watching guys, have a good day, and we'll see you in another video.